Good evening, everybody. Hello. A little bit late on the stream today, because goddamn Riot Games releasing animated shorts and stuff. Bleh. How dare they release the thing that I've said publicly that I wanted them to release for years. Jerks. Anyway, welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, if you're watching this on the VOD over on Tubiskine, the archive that's going to be going up over there, welcome to the thing. This is going to be a 1-hour episode. If you're watching this on stream, it's going to be a bit more than that. I must admit, though, because the whole Legends of Runeterra animated short thing took so long, I'm probably going to be a little bit tired, and we'll go a little bit less, a little bit shorter today than we usually do. But we'll play it by ear, and for the moment, we are inside the Shinra headquarters in Aerith's old room that she used to occupy when she was still a prisoner here. So let's talk to people.
I don't want you to push yourself. We're all worried.
I'm the one who carried you here.
Well done, Red.
Don't thank me.
My mom and I stayed here years ago when I was just a little girl. The room looks exactly the same.
Are you okay? Maybe you should rest a little longer.
Don't scare us like
I
that,
don't want you
man.
to push yourself. We're all worried.
Every morning, they'd come and take my mom away. I remember crying here alone.
Aerith, before we break out of here, talk to us. There's so much we don't know.
Plot time.
I'm a descendant of the ancients. That's pretty much it, really. Oh, but just so you know, that's not their actual name. They called themselves the Cetra.
We who were born of the planet, with her we speak, her flesh we shape. Unto her promised land shall we one day return. By her loving grace and providence, may we take our place in paradise.
You know it.
Yeah, well, honestly, I thought that part was just a fairy tale.
Shinra thinks it's true. They've been searching for the Promised Land for a long time.
And they must think you can lead them to it. Can you?
Nope. Someday, maybe, I'll find it in me. But now, not even if I wanted to.
Even if you could, that land belongs to to you and your people. Shinra's after it because they believe it's rich in Mako. Mako they've got no right to claim. But they'll try to take it anyway, won't they? Greedy bastards will never stop. Okay, new plan. Y'all take Aerith and get the hell out of here. Me, I'm gonna go bust some Shinra heads.
Barrett, wait. You can't do that.
Oh, great. These assholes again. Probably some Shinra science experiment.
Whispers. Perhaps best described as arbiters of fate. They are drawn to those who attempt to alter destiny's course and ensure they do not.
Like capital D? Destiny?
Interesting.
The flow of the great river that is the planet, from inception to oblivion.
And you're saying that that flow is somehow fixed?
Yes, for it is the will of the planet itself.
So if we're destined for a bleak future, these Whispers will try to keep us on that course? Now wait just a damn minute. How in the hell can you possibly know any of that? Spouting that cryptic stuff, which could all be bullshit. I mean, ain't you a Shinra lab rat or dog?
I'm not a rat dog. When Aerith reached out to me, I found this knowledge of the Whispers.
Listen to me. Please.
Aerith,
The Shinra Electric Power Company isn't the real enemy. It started with them, sure, but I promise you, there's a much bigger threat. I just want to do everything in my power to help. All of you. And the planet.
Aerith, what are you not telling us?
I'm lost in a maze, and every step is taking me further from the path. Every time the Whispers touch me, I lose something, a part of myself. Follow them, the yellow flowers.
It's okay. We'll find a way out together.
Girlfriends.
Okay.
Weird.
Okay, so that pretty much confirmed what I'd been thinking. Arbiters of Fate are there to ensure that things go as they're destined to go. Huh. Which is an interesting little meta-narrative twist to the proceedings. Oh, I'm curious where they're gonna take that. Because that's the thing. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a remake of Final Fantasy VII. That's a tautology. But that's the whole thing, is like Final Fantasy VII has been this monolithic arbiter, this force, this symbol of the Final Fantasy series for years and years and years and years. It has meant so much to so many people, and it's been such an influence. Like every single game that came after had to react towards or against it. And the remake itself has been this legendary undertaking that like took 23 years before they managed to finish it. And it has already commented on itself a little bit. Because, like as I mentioned in previous streams, in the original game, Sephiroth doesn't show up in Midgar at all. Like, at all. You don't see him ever. The only thing you see of Sephiroth is, well, something that's going to be happening a little bit later down the stream. Like, but he doesn't show up in person. You just see evidence of his passing. And he isn't really a major factor in the story either. The remake changed that because everyone already knows that Sephiroth is the villain of Final Fantasy VII. There was no point hiding it. There was no point, like, secreting the reveal away that he's the real villain of the piece. Everyone already knows that. So Final Fantasy VII Remake has already had a meta-narrative approach to itself. So now I'm curious just how far they're going to go with those whispers as metaphorical arbiters, because do you know who else out in the world? Do you know who else has been really, really invested in having Final Fantasy VII Remake go exactly the way that we all wanted it to go? To go exactly the right way, for things to play out exactly the way that they were supposed to? The fans. The fans have been invested in that. And if they're setting them up to be a metaphor for the fan pressure to make Final Fantasy VII Remake play out a certain way, I'll be damn impressed. That's going to be a ballsy move. That's just a theory. That's just me coming up with a ridiculous theory based on nothing, but ooh boy.
Aha! There you are. Rick, what are you doing, man? Hey guys, long time no see.
Wedge,
How the hell did he get in?
You're here?
you shouldn't be up and moving.
I'm feeling much better thanks to Elmira's cooking. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. Listen, any moment now.
What was that? An explosion?
HQ's running the show this time. They're raising hell to try and flush out the president. This complicates matters. That explosion just now put the whole building on high alert.
That's new.
So now we're trapped in here?
No need to panic, little lady. See? You can still move freely within Hojo's laboratory. Find a way to the roof. An avalanche chopper will come to extract you.
HQ's bailing us out? I doubt it. Not after all the shit we've pulled.
I asked them really nicely. Like super duper nicely.
Thanks, Wedge.
Just get to the roof, okay?
Because there's the reminder that things already haven't played out the way they were supposed to.
I didn't ask him to do any of that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he did.
I'm gonna still chew him out for it later.
Well, now shit is just getting interesting to me. Like, I'm just getting fascinated over here. Okay, Barrett is out of the party. We don't get to have Ret 13 in the party, by the way, at all. Unfortunately. Where's the revival material? There. I still want to level that damn thing up if I can. Probably can't, but whatever. Okay, Aerith, just steal materia from Barrett, would you? Cool. Nothing in there. Because the Avalanche Company attacking Shinra HQ, that sure as hell was not in the original. Let me see if I can turn into a frog outside of battle. Nope, not outside of battle. Darn. Well, that's the question, Light Lunas. The question I have is, what are the Whispers ultimately going to do thematically for the game?
We gotta get to the roof, right?
My idea is interesting, but there's lots of other stuff you can do. Let's just sit down on a bench. And I need to go to the bathroom real quick, actually. Excuse me. There we go. I've been drinking energy drink, so, that stuff goes straight to the bladder.
That elevator, was it this way?
It's over here.
His odor still lingers.
I mean, Lord of the Rings, we'll see how I feel about it after I finish it. I've heard people have some strong reactions I mean, I generally feel positive about a remake doing something different rather than just retreading the game.
The little ones in the pods. Where did they go?
It stinks in here. Back there.
Now what do we do?
Oh. Really? Surely not. Oh, no, I see. Okay. These guys again.
Someone's picking a fight.
So go give them one already.
Way ahead of you.
These motherfuckers cast Thundaga. Are they still weak to fire? Ice. Well, thank God I checked.
Don't overdo it.
I'll take care of them.
Ah, I forgot to get ice on Aerith. Oh, well. Tifa, you got ice, don't you?
Don't give up now, you guys.
Nice job. What?
I mean, you called him a rat
Shit!
dog.
What the hell, Red?
Standoffish little child. That's the best thing about Red. He's a kid. And you can tell. Oh, hey. More potions. I don't need anything, do I? No, I'm fine. I can't open that. I should sit on the bench, though, just in case. Presumably there will be boss fights. Well, actually, Solo Bartoria's Final Fantasy, the original game on the NES, was created at a turbulent time in Squaresoft's history. It was a small company, it was struggling, they weren't doing very well, their games weren't selling, so Hironobu Sakaguchi conceived of a Dungeons & Dragons-inspired role-playing game that for him would be, okay, like, if the company is going out, I want at least to go out on something I'm proud of. So they made the game as, his idea, his Final Fantasy. The last game he thought he was going to make for Square. And then it took off and became incredibly popular, so it became a series, but that's where the name comes from. Oh, I see people in chat are also explaining it, yeah. But the name Final Fantasy, like that part, Final Fantasy, also became an inspiration for the central ideas of the series for a very long time, which was that every game was self-contained. Final Fantasy II was not a follow-up to Final Fantasy I in terms of story. It was not a follow-up in terms of anything. It was a completely self-contained experience that, like, carried over certain assets and certain aesthetics, but which was a completely self-contained game that didn't, like, continue a story or build out the same narrative universe, the same world, which continued all the way up to Final Fantasy X, which was the first game to receive a direct sequel in Final Fantasy X2. And they also, like, you can also argue about Final Fantasy Tactics and the Ivalice universe, which kind of had Vagrant Story as well, which is kind of a tie-in for the same sort of ish. But it was the first Final Fantasy game that like had a genuine proper sequel, which then Square has been a little bit more loose about doing in the time since. But that was part of the idea of Final, is like they stand alone by themselves, each one. Oh no, Blackfeather.
hell
This is
this
probably
place?
fine.
Hojo's treasure. Shinra's dark secret.
What I wouldn't give to burn it all down. But we need to get to the roof.
That's probably fine. I'm sure nothing bad is in there. Oh, look, we have to go past it. Well, that'll be okay. Final Fantasy X2 is good.
What is
Hot
that?
take.
Genova.
Mother. Together, we will reclaim our world.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of this. Cloud?
She had to touch him first. Anyway, look who showed up for real.
Tell me, is it really you?
Don't deny me.
It's so fucking sexual.
Embrace me. A touching reunion.
Very, very good. And thus is the hypothesis proven correct. I can only hope you will continue not to disappoint.
What else would I use, Reaper fan? Because the only other thing I have is the Mithril Saber, but that's a magic weapon.
I'd better hurry. Test subject pods? Guess I can use these.
This looks like something has already crashed down here, doesn't it? Oh, who remembers these? And again, I'll remark on this every single time, but colors. Red lights on the walkway, blue and green and sickly hues all around the Genova pod, orange and red lights dotted all around, red lights ominously shining on the tubes. Square is so good in this game at creating visual interest in bland environments.
Tough, but doable. That's that. Not bad.
Treasure chest? Ah, materia. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Come on. Poison. Okay. Makes sense. I should make sure Cloud has the ability to heal himself. Yes, good. Fire has lightning and time materia. Good. Ah.
Need a hand?
Thanks.
Red 13 has joined your party as a guest member. He will fight alongside you, but is not a controllable character. He will not appear in the main menu, as his equipment and other settings cannot be changed, which I knew that already. They said that ahead of time. But it's nice to have him. God, I want to control him, though.
Shatter.
Should kill it. Yep. Thanks, buddy.
You okay?
Yeah. Where are the others?
Nowhere close.
Let's go.
Unspecific answer there, my friend. God, this game is so pretty. Look at this. Like, look at that alone is such a wallpaper. It is also, this is also a minor thing, but they've been good at, like, positioning the character. Like, oh, look at that. Look at that light just around the edge of Cloud's face and hair. Ugh.
What is it?
Huh.
If we flip that switch, we can get to the other side.
I may be able to do that.
You sure?
Yes.
Well, let me just... What's over there? Ha 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 ha! Gimme, 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 gimme. Don't fall down. Phoenix down. Useful? Red, do you wanna...
Now it's my turn.
Nice. Lovely animation on Red. Look at that kitty!
Will this do the trick?
Very nicely, thank you. But yeah, Red shows up so late in the story in the Midgar section that there's really no point making him a fully controllable character, frankly. Because you wouldn't get to explore him or teach him skills or upgrade him meaningfully.
What kind of freak show have they got going on in here? Stay back!
Need a
Oh
hand?
god, mono... Oh shit, I recognize the enemy in the corner there. That's him in the corner. That's him in the spotlight. Okay, that one has the magic immunity. So... we hit the other one instead. Come on. Ah, he was going for Barrett. Okay. Okay, Barrett, do something. Oh, he changed to goddamn physical immune. Jerk.
Calling lightning.
Yeah, I thought so. These are easier to kill, though.
Freeze. It's over.
Shit, it's like they're turning out monsters here.
And now the moth unit is on.
Truth.
Let's do it right.
So, weak to lightning, yes, and wind. Problematic. Because Barrett ain't got nothing. Steel skin instead, dude. Really? That's properly annoying.
Feeling good.
Okay, so that completely stun-locked me for a bit. So what the hell am I supposed to do here?
Buzz off.
Yeah, that's not great.
Won't last long. After you.
Need my help, do you? Always did like a talent. I'll hang back.
Hang back. That it?
Jesus.
Come on, I can't do this without you. Let's turn this around. Bring it home.
Let's do this.
Yeah, this really... What the hell is Cloud supposed to do against this guy? Because, like, I can't attack without getting in close, but every time I do, I get stun-locked out of it, so... I guess for Cloud, there's really nothing to do except just block. And use spells whenever something comes up. Well, fair enough, then.
Felt that one. Ain't dead yet.
And then hit him with the limit break. What an annoying enemy.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
If you say so.
Guess we're out.
What's the plan?
First, we find Tifa and Aerith. Then we head for the roof. Should be an elevator somewhere. Didn't expect any of this, but we just gotta roll with it. Come on, let's go.
Right, let's get some materia back on Barrett, because the reason why he has nothing is because we stole it. Take Tifa's healing materia. And Aerith's ice. Unused lightning. Unused poison. Let's see, what else can we do? Because, like, I prefer not to unequip stuff from others more than necessary. So you have ice... You have 2 ice materia for some reason. Okay. But there's nobody who has 2 fire materia equipped. No. Fine. Fine. We'll just do... Provoke. HP up. HP up. There. Be a tank. Let's see. Not going back that way.
The door seems to have locked. No going back.
Ooh. New sword for Cloud, I think. Yes. Oh, that looks rad. Let's see. Materia slots first. Nice. And then we start on magic attack power and physical attack power. Okay, it's not going to be the strongest physical attack sword, but it has some good guarding properties. And it gives Cloud more magic to work with. That works for me. So my problem with, like, the elemental materia and stuff along of that nature is that in order to use it efficiently, in order to use it effectively at all, you have to already know what you're going up against. Like, so equipping an elemental materia on your weapon...
Alright, now you're starting to impress me.
Or your armor. Hey!
We got him.
Yeah, keep it up, y'all.
Requires you to already know what you're going to be up against in terms of what abilities they have and what magic they're weak to.
Be right there.
And in this game, that has been sort of like... That's been problematic. Because most areas, like, in certain areas, like, for instance, in here, I know that the genetic experiment mutation things
I can't hear what you're saying.
I think there's something
are weak
over
to
there.
ice. And I know that stuff like the monodrives are weak to wind. But some of them are also resistant to, like, ice and wind. And it's like, I don't know how you plan around that unless you see an enemy group way ahead of time and then you stop and you reslot everything in your thing and...
Hello. Cloud? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You okay in there?
No need to worry. We're fine. But what do we do now? I don't see any way out of this room.
Can you all hear me?
Hojo.
So, tell me, how are you finding the drum? You know it's filled with the most advanced technology in Midgar, if not the entire world. You should feel honored to see it firsthand. the opportunity to take part in a rather ambitious experiment of mine.
What?
When all the pieces are in place, I will open the door to the third ward. Perhaps you can help me with the necessary preparations. Given that you're already in the perfect position to do so. I look forward to data both invaluable and instrumental.
He seems nice.
Necessary preparations? What the hell is this asshole talking about?
Can't we just ignore him and keep going?
I'm afraid not. If I know Hojo, he won't let us out until we indulge his request for data.
He said something about a ward, right? I'm pretty sure I saw a door to one upstairs somewhere. So, you want to check it out?
Not at the moment, but in a second. Let me see. Hang on.
Off I go.
Yeah, there isn't a switch over there.
There's no control panel. We don't have the means to go this way.
I'm seeing a materia over there. I want it! I want it! Fine. Alright. Have I watched Machine Abridged? No.
Be careful.
Thanks.
I watched some of the first episode and it wasn't really funny to me, so didn't bother with it.
Roger that.
Okay, well, time to switch my materia around again. At least not as much as last time.
Hey, you think Cloud's doing okay? He's been acting really weird lately. More than usual.
True. But it's Cloud. I'm sure he'll be fine. But what about you, Tifa? How are you holding up?
Huh? Oh, I'm fine.
Lying! Extremely lying!
I guess this has to be the third ward, right?
Think so. But it looks like the door's locked.
There has to be something we can do. Let's look around.
Gotcha.
I'm glad that the girlfriends get to have a little bit of alone time. They deserve it.
Look! Now they can get across too!
Cool. Collaborative dungeon. That's better than just like having one party doing stuff and then the other people just like vanish for a while. Well, that's about all that's out here. This door is locked. So I guess I didn't need to set the materia for them. Getting Final Fantasy VI vibes, a little bit.
We found the door to that ward he was talking about, but it's locked and we can't get it open.
All right.
About those preparations Hojo mentioned before. I think we're supposed to do something with that.
A central terminal. Interesting.
Give me the
We
materia.
were fiddling with some sort of control panel. Do you see a way to get across now?
All right. We'll make our way to the central terminal. Sit tight until you hear from us.
Dun, 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 dun.
The hell kind of research is this?
The cataclysm that came from the stars, Genova. Hojo has devoted half of his life to her study.
I don't give a shit about any of that.
The experiments in this facility involve the enhancement of life forms and machines through the application of Genova biological data. Hojo's plan is to pit his subjects against us, thereby facilitating their growth.
So this asshole thinks he can treat us like his experiments.
I know what fate awaits these creations. Let us put them out of their misery.
Red looks so emaciated. Man, I hope he gets some food in the later games. And the assessment area back on Cloud.
We must first find a passage that leads to the center.
Fortunately, you can help with that. Oh, come on. That's annoying. Go away.
Bam!
That's also annoying. Go away.
Calling lightning. Finish it.
You ain't gonna get away.
Really? Only normal thunder? Fine.
Time to fry.
Ow. I was hoping that would do more. Oh well.
Is that it?
No lever over there either.
Now it's my turn.
At least pick up the stuff in the treasure chest. Red! Please! There's a treasure chest! Fine.
There's no control panel. We don't have the means to go this way.
Materia. Thank you!
Girls right by the door to the third ward.
There are 4 switches. 1 for each ward.
The fact that they're still letting us pick up materia this late in the game also kind of speaks to the idea that the game is meant for replays.
What the?
Transfusion procedure complete. Commencing test of augmented research specimen.
Well, time to get the assess materia back on Tifa. I surely have gotten one more. Make this easier on myself, but how would I know?
You need to warn the others. Tell them to be careful. Very careful.
Yeah, but I'm wondering what happens if I pull the other levers.
Tifa, you there? We accessed the central terminal. The door should be unlocked now.
Any one of Hojo's twisted creations could be in that ward. Be careful.
We will. See you in a bit.
Finally, Tifa gets to sit down. Now Aerith just needs a chance. Kick the box. You've heard of kickboxing? Well, this is box kicking.
it's my turn?
Oh, right. Aerith doesn't have ice. She does have this, though.
Glad that's over.
Probably should give Aerith ice. 'Cause... wind... Well, wind is still useful in here. It's just... Prayer costs 2 ATB gauges and gives you barely any health unless you level it up, which is bother and a half.
What is this place for?
There's a sadness.
Specimen cages. Ugh. Unpleasant. I think I missed a weapon for Tifa. I saw someone else at this point in the game had a different weapon for her. Hello, Bloodhound. Poor thing. Presumably in here they're gonna get out, because there seems to be space enough for a fight. Yeah, there we go.
That was close.
Keep it up! Not still in. Give him your all.
Can't see shit. There we go.
Finish him off. Don't think you'll walk away from this. I can't. I won't. Let's make it hot. Bring it.
Oh, there. Da, 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 da. Oh, hello. That's a hellhound.
I really wish you wouldn't.
With a unique name, too.
This'll help.
Resistant to fire, but no weaknesses.
It's on you.
Here goes.
Oh, it's a Sinine. I see.
Let me handle this. Watch yourself.
I'll show you what I can do. Don't catch a cold. Gotta go for
Well,
it now.
he's not weak to it, but he sure didn't like ice.
See you around.
Guess they stagger quickly to magic. Well, Hilgar, like, I think probably that these were supposed to be in their cages most of the time, but Hojo has been letting them out when he wasn't supposed to. Because He's a piece of garbage. Like, he's an ass. Just a complete dickhead.
Look. Let's get across with those.
Someone's gonna fall down. Or the cables are gonna snap or something. Because we're obviously meant to fight those things. Let's go back to sleep. And here it comes. Yeah. Oh, hey, there's two of them.
Wake him up? Yeah, looks like it.
You're up. I'm coming.
Don't know what that is, but don't do it to her.
You can do it. All set.
No, Firaga doesn't work.
Got a sting!
That's annoying.
Bundle up. One more.
Won't miss! Ah! Would kill for a shower.
Let's see if there's anything up there. Bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-da-ba-dum. Yes. Come to me, my pretty. Mega potion. Useful enough. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. By the way, listen to the music and you'll sometimes hear the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da from Genova's theme.
Is this really the exit?
I hate that man. I really do.
Hell yeah, girl. I'm so happy that Aerith got to say shit in this game, by the way. Let my girl cuss. Let Aerith say fuck.
Come on, really?
Oh, god damn it. I hate these things so much.
Good luck. Here goes.
Oh, Aerith does pretty well against them.
Gotta go for it now. How shocking. See ya.
Thank God for Aerith. That made it so much easier.
Moving on then.
I don't like those. Don't know what they are, but I don't like them. Okay. Progress.
You think now the others can get across too?
But yeah, someone is pointing out in chat, I'm really happy that Aerith has not been turned into the sort of saintly big sister mother figure character that she kind of became, especially in Advent Children, but just like in all of the media that surrounded Final Fantasy VII after the fact, that kind of defaulted her to just like the role of just white mage, like priestess archetype, pretty consistently. When Aerith in the original game is in fact like mischievous and kind of horny and like doesn't take like sees through Cloud immediately and doesn't take any of his bullshit. And she's proactive, especially. Where in Advent Children she was reduced to a completely like just a completely passive role, which is somewhat justified in that she's dead. Spoiler alert for those who don't know. But still, you know.
Hey, Cloud?
Tifa?
We used the control panel here a little while ago, so you should be able to get to the other side. Can you check?
Roger that. I'm getting pretty bored anyway.
You two stay there. We'll call if anything comes up.
Well, Ray preferring, yeah, I mean, that's true, but something I noted in my playthrough of the original game is that that's a role she grows into over the course of the game. Like, that's part of her character arc. She doesn't arrive fully formed as that. She doesn't arrive in the story with that characteristic. It's something that she grows into as she learns more and more about herself over the course of the game, as she learns more about the ancients and about threat to the planet and so on and so forth.
Test of augmented research specimen.
It's not how she arrives in the story, and it's not the totality of her character. Like, the part of the reason why her character hits really hard and why it works so well is that you see her grow into a consciousness of who she is and what she has to do and what that will cost her. That's what makes it hit hard. That's what makes that whole thing like affecting and effective. Let's see. It's not like I need... No, those are just like stat boosts. I don't really need those for anything. Do I need any of these? Might be nice to have an extra fire. Like, that's what makes you feel the loss, is when you know that what was lost, it wasn't like... Aerith doesn't arrive in the story as a self-sacrificial, you know... It's a role she has to take on because that's what the situation demands. That's what makes her character cool, is that she takes on that responsibility. And you see her go through the process of that.
Stinks. More of Hojo's experiments.
Commencing test. All personnel must evacuate area. Commencing test.
Concentrate.
There.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. I think I know how to deal with them now.
Guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
That thunder I hear? You can handle it.
Hang back.
Oh, not fire. Damn it. Basically, these guys get pressured every time you use magic on them that they're not resistant to.
Calling lightning. There. Let's switch it up.
Mind over matter.
Splat.
Nothing to it.
I hope you're enjoying your experience.
Why don't you come down here and ask me?
Before you get any ideas, you should know this glass is bulletproof. No discernible changes after contact. Most fascinating.
Hey, we ain't done yet.
But this seems like a...
We have no choice.
This seems like a good place to cut an episode. So if you're watching this over on Tubi, Skyen, after the stream, then this is where this particular episode is going to end. If you're watching on stream, though, oh, we have got some ways to go still. I'm a little bit tired, I admit, but I'm gonna at least go for a couple more hours. So, if you're on Tubi, Skyen, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Patreon, blah, blah, tip jar, yada, yada, promotion, job, stats, algorithm, etc. And come back for more Final Fantasy VII, I promise you, very soon.